All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday. If you didn't see my video earlier, my name is Justin. I am a program assistant here at the Long Island Alzheimer's and Dementia Center. Earlier today, we did some fun physical activities, some nice chair exercises. We also had Steve do a great cooking video. Now I'm back again, and we're going to be doing some trivia for the brain, do some brain exercises. We'll get into all of that in a few minutes. I'm just going to let a few people join on in while I get set up here. Just a quick reminder, we are starting a new schedule starting Monday. So we're going to have programming coming to you guys here on Facebook Live at 11:30 and 2 o'clock. You know, we do a bunch of different activities from physical exercise, brain activities, and trivia. We have music going on. We have cooking videos, so many different activities. And we're making room for even more new and exciting activities that we can bring to you online while we are staying safe at home. Of course, we all want to return to the center, and we will one of these days. But until then, we are working our best to continue bringing programming to you guys. What else? Yeah. Give it another minute or two. I know things have been very heavy, not just this week, but the past few months, really. So all I have to say is that I hope everyone is well, staying safe, staying healthy. If you do end up going out today, I want you to stay safe, keep a good distance between one another, be kind, be courteous to one another. And yeah, all right. For those of you just tuning in, once again, my name is Justin. I'm a program assistant here at the Long Island Alzheimer's and Dementia Center. And today we are going to be working out our brains and doing trivia. So for today's category, with the reopening and things starting to get back to how they were, I decided we we're going to be doing a bit of restaurant trivia. Now, what does that mean? There are a lot of restaurants out there, big chains, small chains, mom and pop shops, restaurants that we love to go to. While it's great to eat at home and to be cooking, from time to time, you want to go out or just take out, get some great food cooked by someone else. So I looked up some of our most favorite restaurants and pulled a few facts about each one of them. And I'm going to give you guys a few hints, and I want to see if you guys can think or name the restaurant that I am thinking of. Now, before we begin, be sure to give this video a like and comment down below. What is your favorite restaurant? A place that you love going to, maybe you haven't been able to go in a while and you can't wait to go. Or maybe a restaurant that you've been getting takeout from recently. Let me know down below. Alright, I'm going to start with a really easy one. This one is a fast food place that I'm sure all of you have been to at least once. So it is famous for these two golden arches in front of their building that make the shape of a specific letter. Two golden arches. With over 37,000 locations worldwide, you probably go there for a hamburger or a cheeseburger and a side of fries, or their chicken McNuggets. Their catchphrase is, "I'm loving it," because you guys know what I'm talking about. If you know, let me know in the comments. What restaurant am I thinking of with the two golden arches and says, "I'm loving it"? Of course, I'm referring to McDonald's. How can we not be thinking of McDonald's? McDonald's is a great place. They have great food, great fast food. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. Once again, guess down below if you know what restaurant I'm talking about. This is another fast food chain known for their unique square burgers. So their patties are shaped like a square, and they promote that they're fresh, never frozen. Fresh, never frozen square burgers. Or maybe you've had one of their chocolate Frosties. This restaurant was named after founder Dave Thomas's daughter, whose name in real life was actually Melinda Liu, but her nickname was the name of this restaurant chain. You probably are familiar with their classic commercial, "Where's the beef?" So does anyone know what restaurant chain I'm talking about that said, "Where's the beef?" Of course, I am talking about Wendy's. Wendy's indeed. Fun fact about Wendy's, they were the first fast food chain to introduce the modern day drive-through window in 1970. So yeah, something new to know. Alright, jumping off the fast food chains for just a second, I'm thinking of a place where we might go for dessert, especially on a hot day like today. This ice cream shop actually started off as an ice cream truck in 1934. It's known for their delicious soft serve ice cream and even their flying saucers, which is ice cream between two cookie sandwiches. They have ice cream cakes with those chocolate crunchies inside, or they have famous figures like Fudgy the Whale or Cookie Puss. Does anyone know what ice cream place I'm talking about, where you'll get some great soft serve ice cream or a flying saucer and ice cream cake? It begins with a C. I know many of you have probably been here. Of course, I am referring to Carvel ice cream. Who doesn't want Carvel ice cream, especially on a day as hot as today? I was out there earlier and it's crazy out there. All right. I am now looking for a fried chicken chain that makes chicken that is finger licking good. Chicken that's finger licking good. You're probably familiar with the founder of this chain, Colonel Harland Sanders, who created a secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices for his fried chicken. Colonel Harland Sanders with 11 herbs and spices. This chicken corporation is actually based in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. So what location has fried chicken from Kentucky and has 11 herbs and spices? Of course, I am talking about none other than Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken, yes indeed. Alright. If you've ever been to Brooklyn, I'm sure you know this next one. This location, known for their famous hot dogs, their foot-long hot dogs, originated in Coney Island all the way back in 1916. A hot dog stand in Coney Island. Every 4th of July, they hold a famous hot dog eating contest where the record is actually 74 hot dogs in 10 minutes. So does anyone know the name of that hot dog chain that originated in Coney Island in Brooklyn all the way back in 1916 and host a hot dog eating contest? You've probably even seen their hot dogs in the supermarket, because I am talking about Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs, yes indeed. Alright. Again, let me know down below if you've ever been to one of these places. Maybe one's your favorite. I'd like to know. Alright. Formerly known as the International House of Pancakes, this diner-like restaurant chain was founded in 1958. They served over 700 million pancakes each year. So a diner-like restaurant chain that was formerly known as the International House of Pancakes. I think that kind of gave it away. If you abbreviate International House of Pancakes, of course I am talking about IHOP, where you can get some great pancakes for breakfast, lunch, dinner, any time of the day. Alright. This next place is a build-your-own sandwich shop that tells you to eat fresh. A sandwich shop where you can customize or build your own sandwich that tells you to eat fresh. There's actually 38 million possible sandwich combinations at this place. But don't worry, because there are 44,000 shops worldwide, the most of any chain in the world, selling 5,300 sandwiches every minute. This restaurant chain shares the name of a particular underground New York transportation system. So what is the name of that sandwich restaurant that shares a name with a type of transportation in New York City underground that tells you to eat fresh? Of course, I am talking about Subway. Subway sandwiches. When was the last time you went to a Subway? Alright, next one. This is actually a small pretzel stand, pretzel shop, depending how you look at it, that was actually only founded in 1988. And you'll definitely find this place in shopping malls, airports, amusement parks, usually in like a kiosk format. The place was named after a girl who was from the Amish country and fittingly had 30 nieces and nephews. So she was an aunt to 30 nieces and nephews. At this establishment, you can get a number of pretzels or pretzel nuggets, including cinnamon sugar, sweet almond, and pepperoni. You know, I'm sure at one point or another in your life, you went to the mall and you got a pretzel from this location, initials AA. Of course, I'm talking about Auntie Anne's pretzels. Man, I miss going to malls and getting a pretzel from there. Those were great. Alright. The next place I'm looking for is a coffee house / donut company founded in Massachusetts in 1950. America runs on this brand of coffee as they changed their name to be more fitting of a coffee shop in 2019. While obviously known for their dozens of different kinds of donuts, they also sell, or rather made famous, the classic donut holes, or how they refer to them as munchkins. Fun fact, it was actually National Donut Day yesterday, so I wouldn't be surprised if you stop by one of these locations for a free donut. So where can I get some great coffee and donuts and munchkins? Very popular in the New England region. Of course, I'm talking about Dunkin' Donuts, or more recently just referred to as Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts, yes indeed. Alright. This next location is a diner-style restaurant that opened in 1935 by two brothers who were out of work because of the Great Depression, selling double scooped ice cream for only 5 cents. Since then, it turned into a full-on restaurant where you can get great American-style burgers and fries. I know they have great waffle fries there. And of course, they have so many different flavors of ice cream. Or maybe you'll get a sundae there. But they're probably best known for their menu item known as a Fribble, which is a milkshake that you can make out of any ice cream flavor they have. So where would I go for American-style burgers and some ice cream sundaes, or maybe even a Fribble? Fribble is a play on their name because I'm talking about a place that is very friendly. Of course, I am talking about Friendly's. Man, when was the last time you went to a Friendly's? There's not many of them anymore, but it's a great throwback to go to a place like that. Alright. I am looking for another restaurant chain. This one in particular is a seafood restaurant chain known for their fresh lobster and unlimited cheddar baked biscuits. Those cheddar baked biscuits, you already know what I'm talking about with this restaurant. They hold promotions like Lobster Fest and Endless Shrimp, where you literally, for whatever amount, not an expensive amount, you can have unlimited orders of shrimp. To prove this, two journalists actually went and sat in the restaurant for 8 hours and consumed 305 shrimp each. 305 shrimp. That's a lot of shrimp. So do you guys know that seafood restaurant I'm talking about, where they have Endless Shrimp, Lobster Fest, and of course the cheddar baked biscuits? Of course, I am talking about Red Lobster. Yes, Red Lobster biscuits are amazing. Awesome. Alright. Looking for a fast food chain on this one. It's a hamburger chain established all the way back in 1921. Arguably the oldest fast food chain in America, where they sold burgers for only 5 cents. Now keep in mind, they sell relatively smaller burgers, or what perhaps today are known as sliders, and they are square shaped and topped off with grilled onions. Depending on the location, the exterior of this place looks like a giant castle of a particular color, which fitting to their name. So you guys know one of the oldest fast food chains in the world that sells mini square burger sliders with grilled onions in a castle-shaped building that's white? I mean, it's obvious, of course. White Castle, guys. You remember going to White Castle? That is crazy. Alright, changing things up. I am looking for a Seattle-based coffee chain. Seattle-based coffee chain with over 30,000 locations worldwide. So, if you are a bit of a reader, you may have not known that this coffee chain is named after the first mate of the Pequod in the novel Moby Dick. Although you probably better know this green Seattle-based coffee chain for their pumpkin spice lattes and infamously misspelling your name on their coffee cups. Arguably one of the biggest competitors to Dunkin' Donuts. You guys know what I'm talking about. It is Starbucks. Yes, Starbucks. We should go there right now and get an iced coffee. It's so hot today. Alright. This next place I'm looking for is a fast food location. It is actually a burger joint founded in 1954. You probably best know this location for great burgers, and in particular, a really large burger known as the Whopper. The Whopper. Where would I go to get a Whopper burger? Although you probably also have seen the commercials featuring our particular king who rules over this location. Do you guys know the king of the Whopper and burger? Of course you do, because I'm talking about Burger King. Burger King. I'm curious, do you guys prefer McDonald's or Burger King? Or maybe Wendy's? Let me know. Alright. I'm changing up, switching from fast food. We're going to go a little more traditional restaurant here. This is another restaurant chain that is an Australian themed steakhouse named after a large region in Australia. A large barren region, rather. Fun fact though, it's not actually an Australian restaurant, as the founders were Americans who had never even been to Australia. Rather, they wanted to have an American steakhouse, but with the aesthetic of like the Australian outback, if you will. You definitely have heard of their most famous dish, the Bloomin' Onion. Blooming Onion, which is like a onion that they open up like a flower and it's deep fried. So where can I get a blooming onion and some great steak while having the outback of Australia? right behind me, of course, I'm talking about Outback Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse. Fun fact, if you ever are passing by the Lyad Center or looking for a great meal, there is an Outback Steakhouse walking distance from us. This isn't promoted or anything, just letting you know. Alright. 1940s themed diner style restaurant. Famous for its burgers, milkshakes, and classic paper hat uniforms. Although this restaurant itself actually wasn't founded until 1986. The owner of this restaurant wanted to build off the concept of your classic 40s diner and the idea of Americana, so he built the name from the famous American tale of Johnny Appleseed, as well as the Oldsmobile Rocket 88. Oldsmobile was a car from the 1940s, in case you wanted to know. So, a restaurant named after Johnny Appleseed and the Oldsmobile Rocket 88. If you go to this diner-style restaurant, you'll find waiters often singing and dancing. Sometimes they make art out of ketchup. I don't know. But yeah, this is a great diner-style, classic 40s themed American restaurant for burgers and milkshakes. And you'll find paper hats. I'm talking about Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets, indeed. If you're ever feeling nostalgic, Johnny Rockets is the place to be. Alright. Carry Out Pizza chain. Pizza. Founded in 1960 and is named after a classic tile-based game. A game featuring tiles with little, pegs with different numbers. I don't know. They sell an average of 3 million pizzas a day, although I guarantee you that number is probably higher with the amount of people ordering takeout pizza right now. So I'm looking for a pizza chain named after a tile-based game where you connect tiles together that have matching numbers. Of course, I am talking about Domino's Pizza. Have you guys ordered Domino's Pizza before? A fun fact, the world's fastest pizza maker works at Domino's and can make 3 pizzas in less than a minute. That's insane. Oh, man. I talked earlier how it's so warm today and we need something nice and cool and refreshing. Maybe you want to stop by this ice cream chain founded in 1945 by 2 owners whose last name makes up the 2 parts of the establishment. They are famously known for having 31 different flavors. Their logic is that you can have a different flavor each day of the month. And if you ever go to these locations, they will allow you to sample all 31 flavors just to ensure that you get the flavor you want. Though, let's be a little realistic. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But despite being known for 31 flavors, since their opening in 1945, they've had over 1,500 different flavors of ice cream. So you guys know this ice cream chain that is known for their 31 flavors, initials B, R. Of course you do. I'm talking about Baskin Robbins. Baskin Robbins. Indeed, Baskin Robbins. Alright. How are you doing on time? I got a few more for you guys. I am looking for an Italian style restaurant known for their slogan, "When you're here, you're family." When you're here, you're family. That's such a great slogan. Besides their attempts at Italian food, they are known for unlimited breadsticks, large salads, and a wide selection of Italian soups. Everyone goes there for these breadsticks, those great breadsticks. In fun fact, they make over 7 100 million breadsticks each year. Do you guys know that popular Italian-based restaurant chain that says when you're here, you're family, and you get some great breadsticks, and a large salad and Italian soup? You guys know what I'm talking about. I am talking about the Olive Garden. Olive Garden. Alright. I am thinking of a drive-in style fast food chain referred to as America's Drive-In. So how it works, it's a little different from other fast food places. You pull up into a private stall, a numbered stall, and then you order your food on a speaker, and these car hops on roller skates skate rather on their skates out to your car and bring your food there to you, and you can eat right in the car. So this was a fast food chain known as America's Drive-In, where a car hop on skates your food out to you and you eat in your car. One of their most popular items, surprisingly, is their cherry limeade beverage. A beverage in which they sell enough to fill 15 Olympic-sized swimming pools each year. So you guys know this drive-in fast food restaurant I'm talking about? Of course you do. I am talking about Sonic Drive-In. Sonic. Indeed. Alright, this one's a bit of a newer chain, at least to the East Coast, but it's a very popular chain in the South. It is a fast food joint that was originally known as Dwarf House in 1946. This chicken restaurant that encourages people to eat more chicken is actually closed on Sundays. One of the only places to do so. They close on Sundays. All their locations, in part due to the religious practices of the founders. They're known for their delicious chicken sandwiches, even before the Popeyes chicken sandwich came out. But they're also known for really long lines. If you've ever passed by one of these locations, especially recently, they have tremendous long lines. But arguably, it is worth it for some people. So you guys know this chicken restaurant I'm talking about? Of course you do. I am thinking of Chick-fil-A. Have you been to a Chick-fil-A? Let me know. Alright, I think we have time for one more. I'm going to end it off on a sweet note. I'm going to throw it back to a donut company and coffee house chain founded all the way back in 1937. You definitely remember that this donut chain has a hot light in their window. It literally says hot light. That when that light is lit, it means that they are making fresh glazed donuts, and you could even go inside and get a free sample. If you've ever been to one of these locations, you can literally see the donuts being made. I remember as a kid, we had a location by me, and I would watch the donuts get made. It was crazy to see. They actually built the largest box of donuts, a Guinness World Record for the largest box of donuts, weighing 297 pounds and contained 2,700 donuts. Now I know, at least from my knowledge, we don't have one of these chains in Long Island anymore, but if you're ever in the city, they do have these in all over the country. This is a very popular donut chain, arguably that competes with Dunkin' Donuts. Initials are KK. You guys know what I'm talking about? I am talking about Krispy Kreme. Yes, Krispy Kreme. If you've ever had a fresh baked Krispy Kreme donut, the glazed donut, I guarantee you, it is something else. It is insane. Alright, guys. This was fun. I know there's not a lot of restaurants open right now. I know restaurants are starting to reopen. I believe next week they're actually even allowing outdoor seating for restaurants again, so that's crazy. And while we spoke about a lot of, big chains and corporations, while it is great to visit them from time to time, I also suggest that maybe now that things get a bit warmer, now that things are starting to reopen, go out, support your local restaurants. Support like the restaurants that haven't been able to be open for months. Even if you're just getting takeout, getting delivery, it's always great to support your local businesses. Like I said, guys, I know times are tough. I know, every day it's just something else going on. It's crazy out there. All I can say is be kind to one another, be respectful. If you are going out today, whether for exercise or anything else, be sure to maintain your social distance, wear protective gear, but be kind, be respectful, be safe, be well, guys. Once again, my name is Justin. Thank you for participating today. Please share this video. Go on our website, lidementia.org. Donate, do whatever you can to help us out so we can help you out. Until then, guys, once again, we are doing a new schedule starting Monday. Programs coming to you here on Facebook Live, 11:30 and 2 o'clock. Until then, I will see you guys. Be well.